Hey, you guys, thanks for listening into this episode of Tips with T. On today, I have with us CS Planner. So it's Miss Chelsea and Miss Stephanie. How are you guys doing today?
We're
Great.
amazing.
We're excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
Mhm.
Well, thank you guys so much for being a guest on the show today. I highly appreciate you. So tell us a little bit more about y'all, what about you guys and what you do.
Absolutely. So, Steph and I ultimately we started a business because we were working that corporate job, the Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and we always felt like there was more out there for us. And, life just started getting boring and repetitive, and we had dreams of traveling and spending time with family. So, we were looking for ways for us to have that dream life, but also being able to make money. And also, a big thing for us is being able to give back.
Mhm.
So, we started a business where we started off as virtual assistants, and we've kind of grown and evolved. So, now we help women start living their dream life through mind, business, and soul.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how will y'all say that y'all journey of becoming an entrepreneur was so far?
I love it. It really actually started with Steph, though.
Yeah, so I originally started when I was on maternity leave, and I started it because as a virtual assistant, just looking to make a little bit of extra money so I can stay at home with my daughter. And when I felt pressured to go back to work because that was the normal thing to do. That's what everybody was doing, right? Everyone said you had to have, in order to make money, in order to be successful, you needed this 9 to 5 job. So I went back to work and I felt this, like, I felt so stressed and overwhelmed because I was making a lot more on my side business that I had, and I spent significantly less hours. So thankfully, I partnered with Chelsea, and I feel like since then we've been able to grow, and I feel like it's been amazing. It's been quite the journey, but it's been a lot of fun because I feel like for those out there, we've connected like with a lot of people that are scared to leave that 9 to 5 job. And like me, I felt pressured in order to be successful. I needed that job, but it wasn't until I really started trying it out myself as like an entrepreneur, and you really get to realize like, hey, there's a whole nother virtual world out there that's incredible, that will connect you with so many people across the world. So I feel like it's been an exciting journey for us.
I also feel like it's important to talk about how we did start off as virtual assistants. And because when you're wanting to start a business or start making money, sometimes you just start somewhere and you don't know the long-term goals, but we knew we just wanted to leave that full-time job. So we started and we constantly evolved. So as we started learning more things about ourselves, our skills, our talents, things that get us passionate and excited, we've constantly evolved, and by doing that, we kept growing, and now we're at a point where Steph and I like can't be more excited to talk about what we do, to live our life and share it with the world.
Mhm.
That's awesome. So, Stephanie, how was you able, or how were you guys able to like quit your job and then work for yourself full time? I know Stephanie, you was telling me you did that within a month. So, how
Yeah.
Yes.
were you able to do that?
I went back to work after maternity leave. I partnered with Chelsea because I was overwhelmed with everything and having like a new baby. And then Chelsea just started helping me out on the side because I had like, it was more of a side business that I had. And then Chelsea and I, the more we got partnered together, the more we're like, that is it. We need to quit our full-time jobs by, I think we said like within the month. We made it a goal. We're like, we want to quit by this date. And within the month, we worked really hard. And the secret to that we really, that for us, what we've noticed is we made it a goal, or I made it a goal to really reach out and connect to at least 3 people a week. That's what I did. And I feel like before then I tested like my elevator pitch, I tested all those other little things, but I made it a goal. Be like, that's it. If we want to leave, have enough clients to leave within the month, we need to put in the work. So we made a plan. We had everything set. We were, Chelsea and I, we were meeting before our like full-time jobs at 7 o'clock in the morning. We did all that. We put in the work. And then within the month, we were able to quit our full-time jobs. And it was exciting because it allowed us even more freedom as well. But it was great. I feel like for me, from like the marketing standpoint, I feel like taking those little steps every single day is really what helps. Because if you take every day you take an action step, every single week, whether it be reaching out to people, reaching out to companies, reaching out how you can collaborate, that if you take those little steps within the month, you will be surprised, because a lot of people, that is where they're stuck. They're stuck because when you think, okay, well, what did you do this month? Did you actually have action steps to increase your sales, to increase your clients? And I feel like so many people, they get stuck in this thinking stage, right? But a lot of it is like, yeah, it's great, you have to think, but also you have to take action on that too, because it feel like it's a combination of both that allowed us to really be able to quit our full-time jobs.
And Steph is a marketing expert. So when I partnered with her, I had no idea how to even get a client. But Steph keeps coming to me every single day, being like, I talked to this person, we have a meeting with this person. And I asked her, I'm like, how did you do it? And so she taught me so much. And we did end up creating a course out of it, because there are little things you can do every day. And we were busy. We did have a full-time job, plus maintaining those clients we had, plus Steph had a new baby. So we didn't want something that would take hours every day, because our whole point in leaving was to create more time. And we also needed to keep up with the clients we already had. So when Steph taught me everything that she did, it seemed so easy and natural. So we ended up creating a course on how to get clients within 30 days. And using the steps that Steph actually took, we were able to get enough clients for both of us to quit our full-time jobs within 1 month. So it's, I love it because it's steps that actually work.
Mm-hmm.
So what tips will y'all give females entrepreneurs about like mindset and marketing strategies to help them transition to want to work for themselves full time? Because I know some people, they are scared to get out there on their own, and start their own business, because that's one thing I decided I wanted to do, because at first I was doing mine as a side hustle, as I had told y'all before, but then like the pandemic kind of forced me to be like, okay, you need to go full force into your business. So what tips and advice would you give, like I was saying, about the mindset and the marketing strategies to help other female entrepreneurs?
I would say just go for it, because a lot of people, I like when I first decided that I want to get a client, I was able to get my first client within the first week of launching, because, and I decided that week, I'm going to launch, I'm going to try for it. And I just took action on it. I think a lot of people, they're scared, and that's a normal feeling to have, and know that, sometimes you don't want to go like too much, but sometimes it's good to face your fears and do it anyways, and step just a little bit outside of your comfort zone. Because when you do that, that is when you have extreme growth, when you do something different. Because if you're struggling, or any of those right now that are struggling with their sales, they feel like they're not going anywhere, they feel like they're stuck, what you need to do is that's your sign that you need to change it up a little bit, do things a little bit differently. And I feel like sometimes, that most of the time, I feel like it does involve going outside of your comfort zone, doing something just a little bit differently. But when you do that, the reward is huge. And I feel like my thing right now for anybody listening is to do that. Take action steps every single day and follow your gut with really what you should be doing. I feel like Chelsea and I, we both have followed our intuitions the entire way of knowing full well, because you have to be confident in your business. You have to be confident in everything that you do, because sometimes there are people that tell you that you can't do it. I was told, even before I launched anything, I was told that I couldn't sell what I created. Within the month, I not only sold it, but I sold it for double with what I was thinking. So you can't let other people's opinion of you become your reality. You have to be there to motivate yourself and to really create and be confident, because confidence is key, especially in business, especially when getting clients. If you're confident in everything that you do, people know it. Everybody who you connect with will see it. Every time you use your elevator pitch, every time you connect with people in podcasts and interviews, anytime you post, people will be able to tell your confidence, and people are attracted to that. People love it.
It's very true. And I love that Steph said, see your fear and face it anyway, because so many people, that's where they get stuck. They know what they want to do, but they start thinking about the outside circle, people that they're influenced with, people they talk to every day. Family is the big thing that scares people a lot, or being in front of camera. I find it important to just start taking action steps. And another thing is, we talk to a lot of people who focus a lot on the planning process. And the planning process is great. And especially for Steph and I, we're huge planners. But we've learned that every time we plan something and work towards it, it never worked out, or something changed, or we learned something new by the time we started, that we had to change directions completely. So we found we went against what was natural to us. We stopped planning and we're like, let's just, if we feel it, let's go for it. And I'm so thankful we did, because now we're on top of current trends. We know when the market's switching, we know how to change our marketing strategy. So I think it's ultimately just, like Steph said, trust that intuition, know what you want, and just start taking the steps, and don't overthink it, because once you start overthinking, you start scaring yourself more, because it's just like, that's another thing I have to do. And you start getting overwhelmed and burnt out.
Exactly. I feel like that's so important, because you think if you spend 3 years planning your business, chances are the marketing strategies will be different. You know, you think even now, Clubhouse, that's a new platform that just came out. In 3 years, so many things can change, where I feel like, and so many people, they get caught up, you know, planning years and years. And we are event planners. We are the planning type. We planned over 500 different events. So we are the planning type. And I do feel like you do need that, but in the sense, having a balance. And really, I feel like if you want to get those results that you're looking for, you need to take action, because it's that action of getting whatever, an action being posting something that you're not doing right now. Take that action step, whether it be posting consistently on social media. That's another key one for marketing. I feel like that's a huge struggle. Posting consistently, posting on stories, reaching out to collaboration, all those things. Taking those action steps will get you the rewards that you're looking for.
You also learn more about yourself too. So when Steph and I first started, we planned on running like a big VA agency. Those were our goals when we first started. But as we started, going through the process of being a virtual assistant, we learned that it wasn't for us. So if we had this whole plan and layout, once we started, we would have had to start all over again. So I'm so thankful for that we did just jump in. And as we learned things, we shifted and we kept growing. And that's ultimately how we're here, super happy and loving our business.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show and sharing with us about your journey and being an entrepreneur and how it all is working out for you guys. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So tell our listeners how we can get in contact with you. I'm going to share the social media handles, and tell us how they can get your course if they would like to get your course.
Absolutely. So you can check us out at www.csplanners.com. And when you're on there, if you go to the business section, you can see all of the programs and courses we have. That course, the 30-day client and lead challenge, is $29.99. We kept that super cheap and affordable so anybody can start today. And we're also on YouTube, so you can look us up at CS Planners. Same thing with Instagram, CS Planners. And you can find all of our other socials on the website as well.
Awesome. Are you guys opening to taking new clients at this time? If anyone is looking for a virtual assistant?
We are planning on expanding. We love the pandemic because it gave us the opportunity to expand more. Even though a lot of places were closing down, we were able to expand. We do take clients through our program, so anybody can sign up at any point, and it's an evergreen process.
Okay, awesome. And if you guys want to get in contact with me, you can do so. My number is 910-317-0396. You can contact me by email at contact@mjfinancial.biz. You can schedule a consultation on the website at www.mjfinancial.biz. You can find this episode on Anchor, you guys, and you can also find the playback for this video for the interview on the YouTube channel for M&J Financial Management. So thank you again, guys, for being on the show today. I appreciate you all.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us.
And all right, you guys, we will see you on the next episode of Tips with T.